Hello everybody, it's the Cornkid here, and I've been playing Fallout 4 for a little bit now, and as I was playing the early game, I just couldn't take it anymore. There was something that I had to share with everybody. So, full disclosure, I played Fallout 3, thought it was okay, not great, but I did complete the main quest line, and then I wound up also playing Fallout New Vegas. Didn't really like the branching path stuff and wound up not completing any of the quest lines in Fallout New Vegas. But, you know, I liked the game enough, and I got it on a discount, that I bought Fallout 4 about a week and a half after it had come out, because a lot of my friends had got the game. So it wasn't a shock to me, the early game plot. Anyone who played Fallout 3 knows kind of the history of Vault Tech and what they do with the Vault Dwellers. So, you know, this game started off with pretty good plot, and this is total spoiler alert stuff, so if you don't want to fucking know because you haven't played the game, this is a good time to stop watching the video. But, you know, it wasn't a surprise when you got into Vault 111. As you were going into your pod, that something bad was probably going to happen because Vault Tech is Vault Tech. So, of course, you see the early game plot unfold, you get partially thawed, you watch someone pop a cap in your wife's face and kidnap your son, who's an infant at the time, and then you wake up and, you know, you start the main quest. So you start doing the quest stuff, you know, you explore the first town, you find some weapons, you find your old butler, do some more quest stuff, and finally, you know, you get to where the Minutemen are. Sort of hold up, and like a bunch of people in this game, they're survivors, but they need your help. You know, they've got all sorts of better weapons and shit than you have, but for some reason they can't go into the basement to get a fusion cell for the power armor to go clear their town. So anyway, you do all that, you clear their town, you get the power armor, and you move the Minutemen back to Sanctuary. And this is where I started doing stuff, and I'm like, wait a fucking moment. Wait a fucking moment. So anyway, this is what I'm talking about. Sanctuary. We've got 5 settlers there, and they're only 9% happy. And of course, there's a quest right now, which is to provide food for the Sanctuary settlers. So, I started doing the first sort of parts of this, because provide food's not the first step in the quest line. You know, you have to, they're like, hey, can you, you know, build us a shelter? How about some beds? Hey dude, we need clean water. It's like, so I started doing all that stuff, and then I realized, wait a fucking minute. Why on earth am I sitting here, like my son has been kidnapped? That's like the main plot line point here. And all of a sudden, I'm fucking running around trying to find goddamn carrot seeds for these fucking ungrateful settlers who are just hanging out in the town. It's like, come on, man. It's like, why in the hell do I have to fucking do all this work? You know, it's like, I understand, like, the main Minuteman guy who's patrolling the town with a gun. I get that. You know, raiders might come in and, like, jack shit up, okay? That makes sense. But it doesn't make sense that, well, it doesn't make sense that I'm wearing a chef hat and glasses, but that's another story. So, you know, you could build all these things, you can harvest, or you can, break stuff down. I'm like, look, I'm a dude with a dog following him around, okay? I'm walking around the wasteland, and I got sort of trapped into, like, doing all this stuff. Like, gee, there's this big empty spot where you think there'd be a house. How did that come to be a big empty spot? Thank you, Preston, for guarding the town and doing something fucking useful here with your gun. But it's like, you know, I'm walking around the town, and, you know, it's kind of nice, the crafting menu and all that shit, but it just doesn't make any sense. Why would a dude walking around the town, there's 5 other people here that you just rescued from that one town, so why do I have to do everything? Like, look at that, there's a house. Wait a minute, I could just get rid of the house. Like, woo, it's magic. You know, I can't fucking take a drink of water without irradiating myself, and I get shit on by bugs, but hey, I can scrap a truck. Look at that, the truck's gone. Awesome. Woo! I could build a fucking house with no tools, basically. I could get rid of a house with no tools. You know, I understand that it's all like done through the workbench and stuff, but if I don't like that there's a big ass log in the middle of the street, bye-bye, you're gone. What about a street lamp? See you later. What's that? Mailbox stand? No mailbox? Pfft, no problem. It's gone. But see, this is the point. It's like, I'm supposed to be caring about my fucking son who was kidnapped after I saw my wife get blown away in the face. Not building a fucking chair for Mama Murphy so that she could sit here while she's waiting for you to get her high with fucking mentats. Oh, sometimes this game, I just don't get it. It's like, you know, I know you're allowed to sort of choose all sorts of things, but it's like, really? Really? I have to spend my time trying to get this old lady high so I can fucking figure out, you know, whether, like, where my son went to? It's like, come on, man. This doesn't make any sense. And it seems like it's just a big distraction in time. And I kind of spent about an hour doing this before I realized how stupid this was. And it's like, look, people who've played this game a lot more than I have probably know that there's some benefit to like making the settlers happy. But this is new for me. I'm new at this part of the game, and you know, it just seems like a colossal waste of time. It's like, there better be some like major benefit to this, you know, besides like you having a fucking bed, you know? I mean, it's just really fucking annoying. And it's like, you know, I'm admittedly not a huge fanboy, but, you know, it's just like, hey, man, you know, you got a gun, you've got some ammo, why don't you go around town trying to find the goddamn seeds for your food, you know? Or like the guy explaining like, oh, you know, hey, we need water pumps so we can drink clean water. It's like, well, wait a minute. I just put a water pump that goes to the same water table as the river probably goes to. So that water from the river that you were complaining about making you sick, where do you think the pumps are getting their water from? I don't know, but it's probably the same place. Everything was nuked. That means you probably have radiation everywhere. So it's like, hey, if I put carrots in the ground, you're probably going to get irradiated carrots. Although, that might be kind of cool if they like sprouted arms or something. But still, it's like, hey, I can harvest melons. That's way better than trying to find my son. How about some gourds? Yeah. How about some more melons? Woo! We're getting food for the settlers. So this just, you know, this better have some discernible benefit. Because, like, right now, all I can see is I've wasted probably, well, on this video, I've wasted about 8 minutes. But I spent probably an hour figuring out, like, things like, hey, build the house. You know, because the first one, like an idiot, I built it in the middle of the street. And see how the street is slanted? So instead of, you know, gravity making the house be slanted, it just basically built it straight out. And so I had to actually jump into the fucking house. Or I guess it's the wooden shelter, technically. So, I don't know. I'm still waiting for the benefit. I'm probably going to spend a bunch of time on it because I'm sure I'm supposed to. But it's just, it seems kind of pointless and annoying, you know, at first. So, I don't know. But that's it. That's my sort of early game rant so far. Because, like, I just don't understand how this dude who... I mean, this is it. Look at that. He just destroyed a house. He scrapped it for all the components without any discernible increase in the time. Same with that truck that was there. All metal? No problem for Superman here. Anyway, that's it. End of rant. End of first rant. There'll probably be more, I'm sure. Cornkid out. Like the video, subscribe, and I'm out.